Okay, so that works. So we're live. Let's refresh that and refresh that to make sure we are live. Edit the stream info. I like how they got Kerbal Space Program 2 already on there. Done. So that should be updated now. That is updated. And that is updated. And chat is saying it's not connected to anything. Bad widgets. Why are you both down? I'm streaming, I'm broadcasting, and they're both like, yeah, you're not connected to anything. Oh, this one says it's connected. This one says it's not. Oh, my God. Like, what am I supposed to do when the stuff works one day and does not the next? Sorry, chat is closed. Test. How is chat closed? Test. That's up. How is chat closed? Did I change the password? That could be a thing. Connect to YouTube. Next. No. Authorize XSplit to use YouTube. Sign in. Okay, so we get that. Trying to fix chat. Yes. There we go. Sign in approved. Sorry, Google temporarily disabled this app. Okay. So, the YouTube chat app is completely gone. You know, the one thing that worked... Jesus. The one thing that worked consistently... Yeah, literally. Okay. The one thing that actually worked consistently... Let's just minimize everything down here. And then we go back to this, and we bring up the... Oh, I can't bring up the desktop. Fine, whatever. Print screen. Paint. Paste. The one thing that worked consistently has been disabled. So we turn on the desktop. Right there. The one thing for the chat that's worked consistently has been disabled. The one genuine working chat thing, which is over in this corner down there now, is disabled by Google. So I'm going to have to get rid of this because it doesn't work anymore. So we'll just remove that from existence, and then we'll go over to File. Not that. Add Source. HTML5 maybe? Maybe they'll allow this to work? Oh my... Can this, like... That's a fixed size. That's going to be a nightmare. Okay, so properties... Make it opaque. Connect... Connect. Connect. Please provide a valid video ID. Really? So I've got to do it this way. I've got to go to my live dashboard. Copy. And then paste. Nope, I can't. So there is no more. Oh, that's a dick. That is an absolute dick. Well, I'm going to keep this part of the video in because they've disabled that. So I can't do this anymore. So there's no way... Oh, we'll try. There's one other option. Add source, YouTube widget. We'll use live chat viewer. See if we can get this to connect. Authorize it. Authentication to YouTube Live. Actually, let's just do this on video. No, we can't do it on video because it'll show off my login. So, hooray! Authorize that. Redirecting you to YouTube. My email. Confirm. Confirm. Yes. 89. And the same result? Same result. Same result. Sign in with Google, temporarily disabled for this app. This app has not been verified yet by Google in order to use the Google sign-in. So the one chat viewer that worked consistently, which was Google's, the chat viewer for the YouTube channel, gone. Dead. Dead, dead, deadly, dead, 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 dead. So I guess I'll just remove that. Let's see if we can get this one to work. Claims is connected. Authorize XSplit to use Twitch. GenJeft. I have no clue what my password is. It is the wrong password. And they'll send me a text token. So I get the text token. I type in the text token. And remember this computer. Authentication. We move this over here temporarily, and then we do another test. That works. So the Twitch chat will be the thing that works consistently. Meanwhile, the YouTube chat system, which was the only thing that actually genuinely worked consistently, is gone. Just gone. So that's convenient. That's thank you, YouTube. Let's look into this. It no longer works, so I can't be the only one that has that problem. tools anytime past month. Yeah, so I'm not seeing anything. Resume saved. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Google. I mean that in the most sarcastic manner possible. What is that red thing? Mission control? Oh, whoops. Okay, so, so it just takes me directly to mission control. Let's fly this. It's been a while since I last played this game. Let's see. We need that lower. 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 That'll probably do it. Let's get it lower. There we go. 14-second burn time. And we're on our way back home. Let's just... I want to, like, warp to there. Warp to there. There we go. There we go. Time warp is complete. We're still a little ways away, so we'll hit this button. Do a manual time warp for the few seconds we need. And... oh, that might have been... oh well. And full burn. Full burn, full burn, full burn. Whoops. A little bit too much. Good enough. So let's make sure you have enough power. There we go. And yeah, we can just... oh. Didn't realize that was going to be a thing. That got us very well in there. So just warped there. We get to do our flyby of the moon again. I hope we don't get stuck in the shadow. Mun communications over there. Oh boy, we are stuck in the shadow. Our battery will last an hour-ish. That is actually quite bad at the moment. There we go. That's what I wanted. Why is it not showing? There it is, electric charge. Oh, goody. We're going to be in the shadow for a long time. Warp there. Okay, we're not in the shadow anymore. There we go. I was a bit worried about that. Warp out to there. Mun Communications Orbiter. I don't completely care about the situation of the Mun's Communication Orbiter. Let me just warp. And power's back. Okay. So every time I get one of those, can I set that thing up to ignore that? It's in shadow. How can I get you to stop notifying me of that? I might not be able to. Test? Yeah, my stream chat is closed. Why is it closed? Select the gear icon. Enable. Okay. YouTube live chat closed when chat is on. Tools, any search past 24 hours. Maybe if I stop streaming to YouTube and reopen the stream to YouTube? So let's try that. I'm going to stop streaming to YouTube for a moment and then stream back to YouTube again. Yeah, okay, so it says it's working, so we refresh this again. Test. Chat is closed. Oh, it didn't even... Fine. If you're going to be doing that, then we'll just update the info. Because this is genuinely stupid. This is like genuinely stupid YouTube. Stupid YouTube. So if I type there, it seems to work but doesn't show up. Okay. I don't know what to do. There's nothing I can do to fix this. This is entirely a YouTube problem. I believe. Because the stream is working, which means the XSplit has the correct access. But it just doesn't want to allow chat. I don't care about the communications orbiter. Really? Where's the communications orbiter? Where's the communications orbiter? All it does is give me messages. Communications orbiter this, communications orbiter that. Fine. Well, let's see if I can shut it up. Because I will just disable the thing. You're there. Fly. What is your problem? Like, really, what is your problem? Probably because you're not angled into the sun correctly. So, let's do this, and we fix that. And now, your battery should be charging, and you should do a nice thing called shut the fuck up. Yes, you're shutting up. Good. Because they don't have the automatically adjusting solar panels. So there's the Munlander, switch to. Goody. This, and no, don't switch to that. I want you to warp to there. There you go. Now those freaking things can be quiet. And now they can let me fly. And for a moment we have extreme radiation. Where's the planet? There's the planet. I do have some minor concerns about the speed that we're going at. So we go here and burn everything. Turn it that way. Oh, don't be going too fast. Deactivate this. I kind of think we're a bit too steep. We'll find out, though. We're in the atmosphere now. Yeah, we're way too steep. Eeps. And we're heavy, because that thing is light. And it's exploding. Oof, 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 oof. Okay. Wow. And I think someone just died. Lost consciousness. Wake up, 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 wake up. Whew. Okay. So that'll be a first. Was that a record? It does not appear so. Contract failed, complete, complete. Contract complete. We actually hit such a high G number we knocked out a Kerbin. Oh, there we go. Now we speed up time with the drogue chutes deployed. Something actually survived that? That's impressive. Hit the next space bar. Deploy the main chute. And there we go. We're far from the landing field, but hey. Boop. You can EVA, let go, and you'll place your little flag. And we'll put a little note on it. Okay. Valentinas. There we go. We got that little thing marked for history, and now we just board back up and recover after knocking Valentina out with re-entry. Licking the condensate's not a valid option. Well, it doesn't matter. So we now have 171 science. Surface sample, Munstone. I'm not convinced that that actually counted. Active. Yeah, it didn't count. Brilliant. That one's being done. Explore Kerbin. Transfer any crew between vessels near Kerbin. Well, what other missions do we have? From space around the Mun. I'll grab that because that's easy. No. That would be cool, but no. And a high G adventure. Have them pass out from the G-forces. I'm not convinced that this is worth it. So we go to the one of the things orbiting the Mun and just have it do a little science experiment and send back the science. We'll fly you. You'll have a test on you. An easy 25,000. Oh. You. Data. And that contract should be complete now. Yep, science from around the Mun. Okay. And you could probably stop doing that, but I'll just leave you to it. Space Center, that job is done. What were we planning to do for parts? Research and development. There's miniaturization, which has the first docking juniors, which are key. Space exploration, which opens up a bunch of new things. Chemical plant. Supply containers, pressure tanks, telescope. Ooh. That could be useful. Service airlock. Okay. Sunrise habitation module. We have advanced flight control, which doesn't do me a hell of a lot of good. Landing, which doesn't do me a hell of a lot of good. Aerodynamics, which don't do me a lot of good right now. Aviation, which is the basic aviation stuff. Advanced construction. Just joint sockets, airlocks, alligator hinges, but nothing big. Fuel systems, which is helpful. That get me a bigger tank, which would be abundantly valuable. Propulsion systems, which are new engines, which aren't a huge thing. We have the heavy rocketry for the bigger boosts. Oh, this is a toughie. We can now already do multiple flights to the Mun. We do have a system for that. Space exploration itself, notably the telescope. Pages 4 to 7. And that's just that. Pressurized tank. Bigger containers store more supplies. Let's back out, because we have one whoops, I didn't want to go to the spaceplane hangar. Whoops. Hello to the person watching on YouTube. The chat is broken, but the comments underneath the video work, so I can probably read that. For some reason, YouTube has decided the chat doesn't work today. Don't know why. So this is active. And this will go on for a while. Conduct a long-term search of the sky, which is kind of annoying in how long that is going to take. Let's look at this. This is, what mod is this? Because I didn't mind doing it. Ah, the observatory. The Sun, Kerbal, and the Mun. So let's Google this real quick. KSP mod. Not that builds in space, thank you, Google. Research bodies, there we go. You have to choose a difficulty preset that sets the... Okay. So let's see. how to use this mod will make celestial bodies invisible at the start of the game. You can change which ones are visible by default, changing the difficulty settings. You only see a few bodies. First, you have to gain enough funds to upgrade to the tracking station level 2. This will unlock the observation facility. Entering the observation, you can then find out information about the bodies you know about, or what research level you're up to for discovered bodies. Via the observatory or via telescope. It comes with its own infrared telescope. So you can randomly point your telescope at the sky and try to find bodies, or you can accept the Search the Skies contract and complete them. Okay, so that's how that's going to work. So then we can use the telescope, because I can't do it from here in this screen. That's miniaturization. This is space exploration, which gives me the telescope. Up to 75 million kilometers. Power requires a reactor wheel, telemetry report, yada yada yada. Seismic scan, radiation scan, telemetry report, light, might, sight. It actually has monopropellant inside of it. So I guess I'll research this and then buy that. I don't want to get all of it. That's going to be expensive. Precision engineering. Water electrolysis process, Haber process. So that can produce oxygen by taking hydrogen and oxygen to produce an oxidizer. Electric charge, nitrogen, hydrogen, ammonia. Hydrazine, ammonia, oxidizer to monopropellant. Another way to make monopropellant. So this is a propellant factory. So I can start mining various different places. That's interesting. Science container. Life support ladders, nitrogen, oxygen, waste container, hitchhiker storage container. Cargo storage unit, experiment control station. There's no experiments with it though. Hard drive, big hard drive. Needs power unit to operate, so like this thing is useless on its own. Oh, we're gonna go back and we're gonna launch that thing, that new telescope, into space. I don't know if you're typing in chat because I can't see the chat. Chat is broken on YouTube. Okay, so for this, we're just going to open that thing. This should have everything I need, except it's got one too many parts, which we'll fix by getting rid of this big dish. And then we'll go to the science parts. And we have a telescope, which will now mount to it, because that doesn't look like an oversized pile of trash. Wow. Oh, it doesn't really matter what this thing has. Not really. Okay. So this goes to a basic telescope sat launcher. And we save and we launch. And I get more water. Alrighty, I'm right back with my water, and we launch this ungainly looking contraption. Oh, please actually get into space. How heavy is this thing? Probably really, 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 really heavy. I did not think to look at the weight. Ooh, wobbly, 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 wobbly. Ooh. Not convinced this is gonna make it. Not convinced at all this is gonna make it. Oh, this thing is wobbly. Yeah, the other thing has landed already because it never got very high. Whew, you are wobbly. Reaction wheel's normal. RCS is enabled. I don't have a clue how this thing works. No, if you could just barely get up there, that's fine. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Why is that engine not on? I am not convinced that this thing is going to particularly make it. Yeah, it's going to be an expensive failure. Yeah, this is actually not going to make it at all. Well, I think this might have actually been a waste. That's that. That's not what I was looking for at all. Okay. So that was a bit of an unfortunate waste. Because this thing is too heavy for me to actually lift into orbit. I picked the wrong thing to research. Now we'll just watch it fall apart and crash. Okay. Space Center. It also may not be working because I didn't actually get it into orbit. So we're going to have to modify that. And how we're going to do this is simple. By putting 3 here, and then 3 here, I can actually get 2 more thumbers. Like so. It's not brilliant, but this will do the job. About 60 and 60. It's only 35,000. I have the sneaking suspicion there's stuff on here I don't necessarily need. But hey, we'll just run with this. And it doesn't need that, so we can just get rid of these experiments, because that'll save me a little bit of money. So let's see how this thing works. When we can actually possibly get this thing into orbit now. So we'll see. Now these things should burn longer. Yeah, over a minute. This is looking more promising. Be able to get this thing higher into the atmosphere before we start the liquid-fueled engines. Ooh, wobbly. They're definitely moving. Definitely moving this time. We don't waste energy with the wobbling. Alrighty. There we go. This is far more promising. How high are we getting? And we'll break 40. Let's kind of tip over a little bit. Get some sideways momentum. I think we'll barely be doing it, but we'll see. Okay. Yep, let's start turning over, well over sideways. Yeah, we've done it this time. Okay. It's not going to be a particularly high orbit, but it will be a much more useful one, being as that we'll actually make it this time. Warp to there. And we're actually warping. Time warp is complete. Make the drift there, drift-yo. And commence the orbital burn, which is going to have a long way to go. Okay, please do it, please do it, please do it, please do it. Angle some more. We are losing altitude. Which is a bit problematic. Come on, even if it's barely. Do it, do it, do it. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. We're not going to do it. We're gonna just be short. Oh, we're just short. And it must be higher than 200,000. Okay. Okay, that's a great thing to know. We'll just go to the Space Center and let that thing crash and burn. Beautiful. Alrighty. So let's design something manually. So we'll scrap the entire thing. Alrighty. Science. Is this thing its own? It must be its own thing. It's got experiments on it. It's got mech chip on it. It's got reaction wheels. It's got RCS. Except it doesn't need any monopropellant. So let's look at how heavy this thing is. 3 tons. Taking that off reduces the weight by half. That thing has a lot of monopropellant in it. Okay, so we'll go to control pods. Nope, it is its own control pod. I'm just going to slap one of these things on here anyway, because it gives me some nice stuff to stick solar panels onto. And we stick a battery underneath. So the entire body we're lifting into space is that. A little bit over a ton. So we're gonna stick a big fuel tank on here with the little engine. And then we're gonna stick another 3 of the biggest tanks we've got. With the swivel engine. And we're at 14 parts. Oh. Kickback solid booster. So we'll stick 4 of those engines on there. And then we'll get another coupling. And we'll stick this a big booster. Maybe not like that. Radial decouplers. Because these things are huge. That has me at a lot of parts. That's got that there. We'll stick that there. If we're going to be dealing with this much stuff, let's add another couple of electrical batteries like that. Or do we want to? Wouldn't it be easier instead of doing that just to add some more of these? Like so. We still have one thing. What could I stick on here? Ah, communications. Let's put this antenna right there. Okay, you should have... Maybe you don't. Okay, so we do need another thing. You go there. You go there. You go there. And then we get this guy. And we put it at a bit of an angle. Or not. We'll just stick you right there. No, I want it on the craft. There we go. You're obstructing that one. So the entire satellite itself weighs 4.387 tons. Okay. Save. This is what we launch. I'm going to turn this thrust to 60. That thing is going to have a long burn time of almost 2 minutes. Launch. Alrighty. SAS on. And we have liftoff. I can't wait for Kerbal Space Program 2, but this in the meantime will be more than enough. Kind of hard to believe how old Kerbal Space Program already is. Oh, no matter how far away I go, it's just as loud. Good job, big engines. And we're going to put you there, and then we're going to put you there. Oof, it's wobbling. Shutting SAS off fixes the wobbling. Kind of like tip over the other way, okay? I'd like for you to tip the other way. Boy, we're booking it. Yeah, using these is a very good idea. What? activate the engine. That was awkward. That was very awkward. Okay, so we can start tipping you over already. We'll have to get you out to, like, here. Of course, we're doing this when it's dark. Target is Kerbal. Let's get the sideways momentum we need. Let's get up to here. There we go. And we start to circularize the orbit, and then we'll raise it. And once we raise it, we can start searching. Okay, so that engine is kaput. Continue our burn. There's the PE, which is climbing. Okay. Oof, zooming. But we are now safely in orbit. 200, 200. Okay. Warp to there. It's doing its little stuttering thing now. That's always fun. Warp complete. Swing this around. And there we go. There we go. Okay, so we now have the planet hunting telescope in orbit. Let's get an idea where Minimus is. Because I have spotted Minimus before. And that's like how to find it zoomed out and not mistake it for a speck of dust. Not the easiest thing to do. There it is. It's right there. Do you see it right there? Okay, so it's right behind the blue line, right there. It is off that way. We are not in a position where the satellite can see it yet. So what we'll do is time warp for a little while and see how this mechanic works. We have no connection. Because now it's right there. But we have no connection. So we gotta wait for a connection. Okay, we have a connection. Goody. It's gonna be right that way. There it is. Okay. What I'm hoping is that this thing has basically left me facing it still. There it is. Okay, I see it now. Right there. I just got to point this at it. And research bodies. Really? Oh, because I'm pointing the wrong way. Oh my god, this is going to be a real pain. Other way, other way. Stop right there. I'm using the antenna as like a primitive iron sights to find this thing. Whoop. Yeah, there it is. It is right there. Boom. There we go. Now, did that give me science? I hope it did. So, Minimus. Result void. Can you research it? Research is just void. Okay, that's great. That's not handy. Okay. So let's point you at the sun. What happens if I point you at the moon? Nope. Let's point you that way. Research, result void. Okay. Why do I still have control when I'm in local control? There's many different things that are just not working today. Oh, so we have Minimus research now. We see you, you little gray ball. So, back to the Space Center. Did that give me any more science? Probably not. Wrong button. Observatory. Minimus. 350,000 to start? Holy cow. That is most of my budget. No. I'd love to. Research a celestial body. Have a telescope. That's not so bad. I like this one. I think I'll do this. Oh, it did give me science. Oh, perfect. Okay, so research and development. That gets me that. What we're going to do is advanced construction. Is it? No. Fuel systems. Bigger tanks. Bigger tanks. Purchase that. Purchase this. Okay, so back up to you. Now how do I... Is it just because this thing is in orbit? You are a... Is a space telescope a thing? You're not a station. You're not a relay. You're an actual satellite. We go up. We are here. Right click. Nothing new there. So I guess it's just automatic because it's up in space. Rename. Okay, so you are now a... Space Telescope number 1. And you're an official probe. Accept. And I believe you're just doing your job now. Which is handy. Check, check, not check, okay. Whatever. Let's rotate that so the sunshade is actually working. There we go. Sunshade is actually doing something now. Goody. Back to the Space Center. And now it's like, what are we going to do for money, isn't it? That thing is doing its thing. We have found Minimus. It's expensive to study Minimus. That is absolutely for sure. So we have 6 active contracts out of 7. We have a Kerbal in orbit now for that one. I'll do that later. Explore Kerbal. That's going to be too much of a effort right there. What's available? Orbit of the Mun. Yeah. Kind of annoying, that's the only way to research it. That's... Which one of these do we want to cancel? We don't want to do this one. Although that would be nice. Well, maybe I'll do it, just not live, because satellite launches like that can be quite boring. And... yeah. Granted, it should be easier now. New unmanned probe. Now, the rules I have make unmanned probes very difficult. So I don't want to do that. What I'd want to do is something where they want me to land. So we'll grab this. And then we'll cancel that. And we're going to cancel that one. Yeah, live with it. So we're just going to do this TD-18 decoupler and see what canceling those 2 contracts and doing this one gets me. If it gets me anything new and different. Which it probably won't. And load. And we'll grab you. And we'll go to contracts and we'll scroll down. Searching the sky, 89 days, 5 hours, 58 minutes, 51 seconds. So that's automatically going. Searching the skies is already going. Why does the progress pause like that? I don't know. That worries me. TD-18 decoupler. Launch. Because we need to get money. We need to get money. Money, 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 money. There we go. Contract done. Recover vessel. The vessel is recovered, maybe? Okay, recovered. Goody, goody. And what new missions do we have available? No, no. Yeah, you know, you're no. Position a satellite in orbit of the Mun. Position a satellite in orbit of the Sun, which is cool. We can't do that because there's no communication dishes with that kind of range. Oh, that would be easy. I don't want to accept it right now. Deploy into an equatorial orbit around Kerbal. That'd be a good one for another space telescope. But that's really high, too. Position a satellite in the polar orbit of Kerbal. Research a celestial body with a telescope. My hope is I don't actually have to sit on the thing for that. That'd be annoying if that wouldn't actually track. No, it is tracking. Okay, that's good. That's good. So, I think I am... We're not getting, like, brilliant contracts. So yeah, I'll grab this, then it'll be in the list, because what I need to do is rewrite the, because the way I have it set up is there's Kerbal script. So, other than it being a very close unmanned probe, I'm writing all the software to launch these things, and I haven't rewritten it. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time as I spend the weekend rewriting these things.